What's going on, guys? It's Lewis here. Welcome back to another video. I just wanted to do this video here to tell you guys and show you guys how I made £7,000 on Etsy. I have a 3D printing business, and obviously I've been running this business as like a side income for about a year and a half. And I've made about £7,000 now, and I kind of wanted to share and show you guys my journey of how I made that money and the steps I took and the machines I have and everything else. So what I'll do is I'll show you guys some proof of income on the computer, and I'll show you how you guys can get set up and how you guys can find not only the STL files, so you don't have to create every single design yourself, and I'll show you how to go from taking those STL files, putting them on Etsy, and how you can start your Etsy shop, and go from there.
Alright guys, so as you can see, this is my stats for Etsy so far. Um, this is of all time. So as you can see, I've had 80,000 visits, 599 orders, and my conversion rate on average is just 0.7%. And I've had nearly £7,000, just rounding it up. As you can see, it's been a bit of a trajectory where it's gone up and a little bit down. As you can see, November I had a high month, obviously before Christmas, but that's to be expected. Businesses always have peaks and troughs, so it's going to take a bit of time in order to get this up. But it's a work in progress, and we will get there. We will get this to a full-time income, and I'm taking you guys along with me. I'm going to show you guys exactly what I've been doing and how I'm going to take it from this to a full-time income. So that's the plan anyway. So this is this bit just to give you guys an idea of where I'm at, and I'm going to show you guys now how you can start your own little Etsy store and where you can get your files from, and etc.
Okay guys, so here we are over at Etsy. Um, First things first, obviously you do need to create yourself an Etsy account. I don't need to go through that step because that's quite self-explanatory. Just follow the steps: name, email, what you want to call your shop. So go through those steps first, and then you can kind of, once you've got your store set up, you need to kind of think about what sort of items do you want to sell in your store. Obviously this is, I'm doing 3D printing because I've been doing 3D printing for a long time now. I recommend you guys get into 3D printing. I think it's one of the easier things to start, because once you buy your machine, you get your filament, and then after that you're away. So I'm going to kind of show you guys the steps I took in order to get started myself. So first things first, you click listing. So you want to add yourself a listing first. So you do your first listing. So is it a physical item or a digital item? Obviously we're 3D printing stuff, so it's a physical item. Who made it? Obviously you made it because you're making it from your 3D printer. What is it? It's a finished product. When was it made? Obviously made to order because it's a print on demand is what we're going to be doing, and obviously hit continue. So now it takes you here. So it says here new listing about first of all title. So before we get on to filling out all this information, we need to find out where we're going to get our files from. So there's a website called Thingiverse, which I'll click over to right now. Thingiverse is a STL digital file website where you can get every single, or pretty much any single file that people have put up here. There's always, I use it personally if I need to, make something small. It saves me designing it. I just type it in at the search bar, and more than likely someone's designed it, and I can print it and use it if I need to, whether it's something small or big or whatever. So basically, there's loads of files on here. So if you click on, say, this one here, funnels. So this is the designer, this guy here. Some pictures of the item. Obviously looks like there's a few different sizes here, so there'll be 3 different files for different sizes. But what we want to look for is this bit here where it says license. Obviously I'm not a lawyer or anything like that, so you guys obviously need to do your own research and check to make sure that what you're doing is perfectly legal, but I'm just telling you what I'm doing. So basically, a lot of these people on here sell or have files up there which you can basically download. Some other websites, you know, people sell the files, and whether they give you permission or not to use their files is, you know, you have to ask the seller. But a lot of Thingiverse's files are free. Well, as far as I'm aware, most of them are free. So basically, you can come down to the bottom, and where it says license, it says Creative Commons Attribution Share Alike. So if you actually click on that, usually somewhere it will say, here we are. You are free to share, copy, redistribute the material in any way, medium, or format. So, and you can also remix it as well. So that means that you can change the design and obviously then sell it, I'm assuming. But if we go back, so if it has this here, or share alike, or under Creative Commons Attribution, if you're not sure, you can always click on it and it will tell you exactly what it is, whether it's, you know, you can use it or not. Here's obviously they give you some settings of how to print it, but so you can basically hit file and you can download any of these files, and you could basically take the pictures, or take your own pictures, sorry, take your own pictures, print it out, and you can basically then put this on your Etsy store. So just for the sake of this, I will file, save as. Okay, it's come as a JPEG. So right, let's just put funnel. I think it might be. Well, he's just put funnel. He hasn't given any description of whether it's like what he uses it for. So let's just put funnel, multi-purpose. So yeah, funnel, multi-purpose. I'm doing this, you know, very rough. Obviously, do not use somebody else's photos. I'm just doing this for the sake of this demonstration, just to give you an idea of how Etsy listing should look. So you've got your picture there. This gives you an idea of how the thumbnail would look. So this is what the person's going to see when they're flicking through on Etsy. Of course, add as many photos as you can. The more photos, the better, because obviously you're giving your customer more of an idea of what it's going to look like and how the product's going to look, and you know, if there's any imperfections on it, they can see that also from the 3D printer. Description, you're just going to want to write a bit of information about the product, about, you know, the sizes, different size, different variations, maybe what you use it for. And obviously for me, I have a little disclaimer just kind of saying, you know, all prints are checked as we print them. Just make sure, you know, just kind of letting people know that there are slight deviations and imperfections, and not every part is completely perfect because it's 3D printed, so it's never going to be completely perfect. We do the best we can. And obviously what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take, where are we? Sorry, up. If I go to thing details, you're going to want to take this and copy this. This is what I do. So I copy all of that, copy, and I paste this at the bottom of my listing. So if I have, you know, I'll paste it right at the bottom like that. So I'll have all my description here, blank, blank, and then blank. So that's text. That's where all your text is going to be. Give as much information to the customer as you can, but also you have to leave the person who's designed its name in there, and also to say that this is under Creative Commons Attribution. So you have to give attribution to the person who designed it. So it's their design. So that's one thing you need to do. Any personalization, anything that if it's different colors. Just say you had something where you wanted to stick someone's name on it or anything like that. You can add different personalizations and add different prices and different colors and all that sort of stuff. And obviously this is the most important bit that we get to. So price. So how do you price your 3D printed items? What I tend to do is I will take this file, so it's this one here, just say this one here for example. I'll download the file and then I'll open it. Obviously I have Bambu Lab printers, so I have the Bambu Studio, and in Bambu, when it loads, it will give you an idea of the amount of filament you'll use. I'm sure there are other softwares and things out there that you can use which may be more accurate. This is just how I tend to do mine. So we'll let that load for a minute and we'll come back to that. But that's where you're going to put your price and the quantity. I just stick 100 in there, just so that I don't run out of quantity, because obviously if you have one and you sell it, then you know this is going to be removed from your Etsy and be out of stock. So you want to make sure that people can see there's lots of stock in there. So that's that. Where are we up to? So here, core details. So physical item, yes. Who made it? I did. We've done all that. You really don't need to be... I'm not someone who's super into every little detail. I just make sure that I take good photos, and you know, I try and use keywords in the description if I can, but that's not always guaranteed to make you have more success. But trying is better than not. So category, say we just say funnel. So search for funnel, and obviously we want to go for the category with the most categories inside that category, if that makes sense. So we're going to want to use funnels, whether it's for cookware or is it for tools. You know, say we're using those funnels to pour oil into a can or something, so we'll put it under tools. You can only select one category, and then here you can select your colors, black, blue, whatever colors, filaments you want to do. Obviously if you're just starting out, I'd recommend you just do black and white. Keep it very simple, keep your costs down. You can add a secondary color if you like. Tags, this is important, so you want to put funnel, select tools, or tools, diesel. I think I've completely spelled that wrong. There we go, can't spell today. Diesel, and etc, etc. So you're going to want to fill out, you've obviously got 9 left as you can see here. You're going to want to fill that out as best you can. The more tags you get, the more Etsy knows where to put your listing essentially. Obviously delivery, you're going to want to select, obviously I have my own delivery sorted out, so you can sort that out over at the dashboard over here. And returns, and I have a returns policy on mine. And I have my listing set on or manual normally, so that means that when it expires after 4 months, I can then choose to you know, reinstate it if I like. So that pretty much concludes it. I've kind of give you a rough overview of what it's like to, you know, make a listing. I can go into more detail if need be, just let me know. But before we do that, let me show you the pricing. So here's our funnel. Oh, so that's our funnel there. Obviously you want to orientate it and things like that. But if you hit slice at the top, it usually gives you an idea of how much filament you're going to use and how many meters. So the cost is 0.79. So I'm assuming, I'm not sure whether that's dollars or, you know, wherever you're from or whatever currency you use. I just take that as pence because I'm in the UK. Tells you how long it's going to take to print, how many grams of filament, and obviously, you know, factor in your, you know, the profit that you want to make, and also the, you know, your posters and packaging, your bubble wrap, your cardboard boxes, and anything that you need. So that all needs to be factored in. So yeah, that's a rough idea of how to price it. Obviously I run my Etsy store at probably around a, you know, 70% profit margin. So, you know, something like this, I would probably start selling that for around $9.99 or something like that, just off the top of my head, just looking at it. So you can make quite a bit of money off any item. Or maybe what I'll do is I'd probably maybe have all the different sizes of the funnels all in together and then up the price, because there's 3 different sizes as we saw. As we go back to here, there's 3 different sizes, so maybe I'll do them all as one deal. Maybe make more money off it that way. But yeah, so do your research. This is just the process that I use. I'm quite quick with it because I do it all the time, and I've got quite a few listings, like 450 listings or something now. But just make sure that you check this out with some kind of lawyer, or I don't know what you have, but just make sure that you're not breaking the law. But as far as I'm aware, this is legal, because these people are open sourcing their designs for you to make money off, as you saw. So obviously you've got to be very aware that you don't take someone's design who's who has a different license. So you have to always make sure you look at the licenses, and obviously print these out, print this out yourself and take your own photos, because the chances are this person only has 1 photo anyway. So you wouldn't even want to just take that. You'd want to print it out, print them all out, use a nice light box and really make sure that it looks professional, and you can even have it in use and take photos like that as well, just so people can see. But yeah, that's it really. That's it for the computer stuff. Let me know in the comments down below if there's any other questions you have. Alright.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Hope it was informative and you got some value from it. I'm going to be doing more of these videos, at least dropping 2 videos a week. Just sharing you guys my journey and showing you guys that it is possible to make a side income. Obviously, the cost of living, especially here in the UK, is quite inflation is going up. So obviously, we need these side incomes to sort of help support ourselves from our main jobs, and obviously hopefully some of these side incomes can turn into a full-time business. That's my dream anyway, and obviously I know some of you guys out there probably have the same dream as me. You don't want to be stuck in your 9-to-5 job, just constantly on a hamster wheel, in the rat race. Me personally, obviously I don't want that for myself long term. So I've been trying to start this little Etsy side business and take it to full time. So I'm just going to kind of show you guys the process of what I'm doing, and hopefully you guys can start one yourselves and start making some extra money. But anyway guys, like, subscribe to the video, and I'll see you on the next one.